Welcome back to the YouTube, guys. I am back today to read some comic books. I've recently picked these up last weekend or weekend, just I can't remember when I went to see the Ice Tucky. So if you've seen that, this is where I picked them up. I've only got 4 to read. I'm gonna try and read them all in this video, and try and give you an honest review. I've heard a lot of good things about Absolute Batman and Superman. I am a huge Batman fan. I'm a big nerd. It's coming out now that I'm getting back into comics. But for some reason, I'm more interested in this. I thought the Absolute run was just going to be another... I'm not interested in just make a good story within the universe. But I've heard a lot of good things. So, we're going to read these 3 Absolute titles, or 2 Absolute titles, and then I've got some Wolverine for you. So I'm going to try and read at least 2 books in this video, and then give you an honest review. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to read Absolute Batman and Superman and just tell you what I prefer. So without further ado, me and Togepi are going to crack on. And we are going to start with Superman. I'm sorry, but look at that cover. Look at that cover. And that's how I'm knocking my desk over. Look how good that is. Anyway, let's get stuck in and let's hope it's as good as it costs. £5. I can remember why I stopped collecting comics. Anyway, let's get straight into Superman, shall we? I like about this story in the first few pages is what I've gathered anyway. The Superman S, is basically a wealth point of view. You had to wear what wealth you were and what kind of class you were, and what I'm getting from it from the first few pages is the big S is basically for commoners. And that I really like, and Superman's parents wore it with pride, and I love the idea is they have to pay for rain. I think that's so fun. This comic is great. I think the first few pages had me absolutely hooked. The thing I love about this comic as well is, God, look at that art. Look how sick that is. And I loved Kal-El speaking to Sol. And one of my favourite panels is, well, will they live if I hit them? Yes, but I would advise against, and he still does it. I love that kind of, this is so good. Like, I got up to this part, and I was thinking, okay, Absolute Superman, I see you. I got halfway through it, and I was like, Absolute Batman is going to have to come out swinging to beat you. And I'm a Batman fan, and Superman right now is... I've just finished Absolute Superman, and that was incredible. Holy crap. I'm not going to talk too much in it. I'm going to do a review at the end, but let's get on to Absolute Batman now, and this is going to have to do wonders to beat this. It's going to have to do wonders. I absolutely loved that. So let's get on to Batman, and we'll talk about it at the end. So I have just finished reading Absolute Batman #1, and I've got a lot to say. These 2 are probably one of the best 2 first issues I've ever read of an otherworldly main character, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I love Elseworld comics, but I loved the Batman the White Knight. It was so good. This is different because Batman hasn't got all that money. He's had to come from nothing. And I like that. I think the one I like the most is Absolute Superman. It's just completely different. It's turned the whole Superman mythos on its head, and I like the fact that his suit talks to him. I like that. I like a buddy cop kind of story. So I think overall I did enjoy Superman. Absolute Batman is sick. Like that part, holy crap! But it's still so good. I like Alfred being essentially a spy. I like that. I like that he is like a gun-toting British dude who is going in just a badass. And then Batman comes in and goes, I'm going to take your shotgun. And I like how Batman takes the shotgun, makes it non-lethal, and it still fires out batarangs. And he takes his ears off and then knives. What the fuck? It's so good. And I like how Batman is huge. And I also really liked Batman's friend group. So you got Wayland, Selina, Oz, and Harvey. I think there's one more. Ed, I think maybe the Riddler. He's running around with the typical bad guys. I really liked it. It was a solid 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10, I'll say 9 out of 10. That last page there is sick. The only thing that I didn't like, okay, is this part here. They introduce this world's Joker. Leave the Joker out of it. Leave it out. Because it's now just going to evolve around the Joker. I know Joker and the Batman are like the like arch nemesis enemies. But I just want one story without the Joker, please. I beg you. I beg. But like I said, this just goes hard. I love it. I love basically how the class system works. If you're in a lower class, you will get treated like lower class, and Superman is basically standing up for the people in that class, and that I like. I think that's what makes Superman such an incredible superhero, even in this world here. And the suit, yes, and the long hair, yes. So overall, 9 out of 10, and I think it will go back down to 8 out of 10. But saying that, I do have issue 2, so that's quite, But overall, Absolute World so far is incredible. I do need to get Absolute Wonder Woman, but I just wanted to stick with these so far. So I love it. And I think this is going to be a very good Elseworld story. Hopefully, because in this comic here, it says The Zoo, part 1 of 5. So I'm assuming this is just the first arc. I'm hoping it's not just 5 issues like a miniseries. I want this to be like 30 plus issues of just absolute Batman, absolute Superman. And I hope they don't meet. I want them to stay in their own book. But I'm only 1 issue in on each, so there we go. But so far so good. I absolutely love those. Thank you for watching if you've stayed this long. I think I will do another video next week of me just reading these, or reading them, reviewing them. Pretty excited for that, but anyway, thank you guys so much, and if you've not checked out my other videos, go check them out, give them a like, comment, and tell me if you enjoyed the Absolute book so far. If you haven't, tell me why. I would love to hear, and let's just talk about it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.